what did the Broncos prove by winning against a favored Green Bay?
Well, I ain't even gonna talk about the defense. The 3 sacks, timely sacks too. It was like very.
You just said you weren't gonna talk about them.
Just real quick, I ain't even gonna talk about them. But the 3 sacks, the 15 QB hits, the 2 picks, timely picks too. Like right when we need them, turn the game around type picks and close the game type picks. And the 60-yard passing in the second half, we know the defense gonna do what the fuck they do. But the offense is what I want to talk about, Skip. And I really think we chip ready. I think that offense don't get no love, but quietly, very low key, we are ready for the chip, man. This defense chip ready. Bo had another day. Bo just been stacking days, but since he deactivated, we gonna call it since deactivation. You know what I'm saying? He just been stacking days, 250, 4 touchdowns, 0 sacks, working the shit out the pocket. And I hate that Parsons got hurt because Parsons was on his ass early. He was disrupting a lot of shit early, you know what I'm saying? And when he left, it went silent, you know what I'm saying? So he had to really work in that pocket. So it was perfect, man. Big Court had a day, 7 for 113 and a tub, man. He hit Nixon with the mean out and up.
Who's Court? I don't even know who it is.
Come on, Skip. He's number 14. You could call him number 14.
Skip's got to
like
find
Phillip.
one player on the Broncos to hate just to annoy
All the time. You know how Skip do.
No, he's an SMU guy, so I can't hate it.
Okay, there we go.
He worked the shit out Nixon again on the fade.
It was beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And then on 4th down, he worked him again. He worked Valentine on the 4th down. Worked Valentine, all 3 perfect dimes by Bo. Big time throws and big time situations, man. Troy Franklin has 6 targets, 6 catches. Him and Bo been on the same page since Oregon.
Yep.
That's his safety blanket, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Lil Jordan Humphrey really emerging as the number 3 guy. He like that big body guy in there, gonna block, gonna catch them tough passes in the middle. Man, it's chip ready, Skip. Man,
chip ready.
And then you look at the defenses that we done had to look at this year. We looked at the Chargers. That's a big time defense. We had a 20-13 lead, 5 minutes left in the 4th. We should win that game. Our defense lost that game for us. We looked at Houston. Bo had 2 touchdowns, 10 points in the 4th, dub.
Lieb, can I interrupt you real quick?
Yes.
I think you have some backup on this argument.
Yeah.
You might have a friend who you
got
brought in. Yeah.
my guy?
Yeah, your guy might be here.
I hit my guy last night, told him to come to the arena real quick.
Did you?
Yeah, she brought his guy. Let's see what he got.
We looking like, hey, my guy.
There he is.
Hey, my guy. Jump in the arena, baby. I just popping my shit real quick, man. I really was talking about the offense, but shit, since Pat here, let's talk about the defense, man. What's up, my boy?
What's going on, man? Coolin'?
You good?
I'm good, man.
Hey, so out the gate, what coverage was you in on that nice little pick? What coverage was that?
So we was in quarters, but we checked the palms. So I'm reading 2.
Yeah.
2 chip block. So now I'm on 1. And basically, like, I knew now he was going deep. So I'm like, man, let me get out this pedal and run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That boy, he pretty fast.
Yeah, he can go.
So, we was in quarters, palms. The next thing you know, he ran vertical. Played a deep ball, seen the ball in the area, made a play. So.
Nah, for sure. When I hear cover 4, teach my sons, teach my kids. As soon as we hear 4, what you hear? Post. That's what we can't get caught on us in cover 4, man. Hey, the pick was nice as hell. You know what I'm saying? It definitely changed the game. I played in that stadium, man. How that stadium started rocking after that pick?
It was a momentum swing for sure. Cause the first half we started off a little slow, and obviously we needed a big time play on the defensive side of the ball. And the crowd, they was rocking, man. You could tell just from the start of the game to the finish. They was all. That's the support we need, especially in that altitude. We get that energy, and them guys tired in that altitude, gasping for air. We're a tough team to beat at home for sure. So, we definitely felt that home field advantage.
Yeah, man, I just been popping it all year, man. Hey, I've been telling these boys, I know it when I see it. I played like 15 playoff games, you know what I'm saying? About 4, 5 AFC, NFC chips, couple Super Bowl. I know what this shit look like, Pat. And I've been telling Skip and the guys and Kenzie, you know what I'm saying? I've been telling them this shit real, man. That was a great day, my boy. Go ahead, Skip.
Are you guaranteeing a Super Bowl?
I don't guarantee nothing.
Okay.
I don't guarantee nothing, but I guarantee you we something to deal with.
So, Pat, that play you made, we could make a case was like a play of the year because you guys are in some trouble at home at that moment. You're down 23-14. Josh Jacobs had just gashed you for the 40-yard touchdown. You had gone 3 and out, and you made a defensive player of the year kind of play. Were you thinking to yourself, I need to make a play to change this, to turn this, to flip this momentum? Because that's it. The game, as you just said, it changed dramatically on one play that you made on their best deep threat. Were you thinking, I got to make this play?
Yeah, I was thinking the ball in the air, I had to make a play. You know what I mean? The game has so many variables in it. You know what I mean? It could be a game-changing play. And I was like, man, it's either do or die here. So I went up and attacked the ball. But, you know, obviously they scored that touchdown. Then the next possession, we got a 3 and out. And obviously they had all the momentum going. And I felt like what they was trying to do, they was trying to capitalize. You know what I mean? Throw it to their best deep threat, try to make a play. You know what I mean? Making even a tougher deficit upon us. But I knew, man, they was trying to go vertical. And once the ball in the air, man, it's either mine's or nobody's. And that was my mindset going into that place.
Yeah.
Pat, I got a question for you. There's been a lot of criticism this year about Bo Nix, right? And even some of these wins, people have been hard on him. There's been some narratives. But he just keeps delivering and finding ways to win these games. As a defensive player, what has impressed you the most, and how important is it to have a guy like Bo at quarterback?
Man, just to say it's his second year is it's crazy. Yeah. It's an understatement because he's so mature. You know what I mean? He's way beyond his years. He's very poised. He commands the huddle. And even in situations like that, man, he just stays cool, calm, and collected. And that's what you look for in a quarterback. And he just has that instant game-changing ability, you know, to make plays throughout the game. You know what I mean? He's hyper-aware, hyper-focused, and he's going to do what needs to get done. And obviously, it showed yesterday with the type of game he had. So,
hey, Pat, Gerald McCoy here. I got a question as a defensive lineman. Lee played with a great D-line. You playing with the best D-line in all of football. How does it feel taking the field, one, you being who you are, but also knowing you have that D-line that you know this QB can't hold this ball. And I know if them guys don't get on them, they going to force him to make a bad play to where we can make a play in the back end. Just talk about the luxury of having a group like that playing in front of you.
Man, it's a huge luxury, man. I always say, man, I'm thankful for them guys up front, boy, because it's like everywhere we got dogs. You know, we got Nick and Coop on the edge. You got Zach Allen, JFM, John Franklin Myers, Malcolm Roach, DJ Jones, you know, all those guys, and they producing at a high level. It's like everybody eats. And, the main thing that I take away from that room is they just like, they're selfless. You know what I mean? They don't care, you know what I mean, who gets the sack or who gets the pressure. You know what I mean? Everybody's all the line, and that's what makes it a scary defensive line unit. So it's a pleasure to play with those guys, man, because when I'm in the back end, I have a shot clock in my head. I have like a 3-second shot clock.
Yep.
And then, you know, that's how much pressure affects opposing offenses. When you got that pressure, you open to make more plays. So them boys doing the thing. And, I can't wait for them to break that sack rate.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, stay locked in, Pat. It's easy to lose focus at this time of the year, you know what I'm saying? You be 12-2 and everybody feeling good. This the week coming up. This the week. You got to really get on, guys. Just act like we lost the motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Make sure ain't nobody late, you know what I'm saying? All the little shit, bro. It's going to be all the little shit that's going to get y'all over the hump, man. Y'all boys doing something special. But talk about these PIs my dog Riley getting, bro. Why is they on him so bad? Why they on him like that?
Man. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the refs have against Riley. But you know what I mean, I'm not going for it, man. I mean, he was in perfect position, perfect coverage.
Perfect.
Look back for the ball, teach tape. Then it was like, you know, the line judge by him didn't even make the call. It was the backfield judge. And he doesn't really have a good view, you know what I mean, up front. You know what I mean? He's just making blatant calls. So that was definitely I mean, if there's anything that, he could have done better, just show me, because like he was just in perfect position, great technique at the line, look back for the ball. I mean, I don't know what's going on, man. But my boy capitalized on the interception, so
Yeah, he did.
Ball don't lie.
Get on the board, man. That ball don't lie, man. Hey, it's gonna be a crazy playoff shit. We probably gonna be the first seed. We there. You know what I'm saying? We clinch.
No doubt.
But man, no Patty this year, man. Hey, so boys is licking their chops, man. How we feeling about no Patty in the playoffs this year?
Oh man, shoot, it's a different situation going on. You know what I mean? Them boys always, had our number the past few years. You know what I mean? Always going to the playoffs, going to Super Bowl. So it's a different scene, different change of things now. So it's always good. Especially they in our division, to not see them in the playoffs this year. Shoot, it's good for us. But the road's gonna get tougher and tougher. We all know that as a team. We know we got Jacksonville coming up. Obviously KC, Christmas Day, and then we got the Chargers at home. So I think it's important to finish the season off strong, then bring that confidence and bring that mojo into the playoffs.
And how's your guys' focus in the locker room right now? Do you guys feel like you're locked in to make it to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I think we're very locked in. We're very bought into the process. Sean does a great job, of not only holding us accountable, but holding the coaches and the staff accountable as well too. And we know that, this job, getting able to reach that point, the Super Bowl, is once in a lifetime. So we all know what's ahead of us. But at the end of the day, we got to finish out the right way, finish the season out strong, clinch as one seed, obviously, get home field advantage. That's where our eyes are headed. And, it just takes ultra focus, ultra sound football collectively, as a team. And, the sky's the limit.
Well, listen, we are supporting you. We talk about you on pretty much every single episode. Lieb is usually wearing your uniform, so we're supporting you.
You see Big Court. Go off, Big Court. Stop playing.
Yeah.
And we need you to make it to the Super Bowl, and we're going to be there on Radio Row all week long, so hopefully we're going to have you on the live show. We hope for that. So go make it to the Super Bowl. We're supporting you. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Hey, Pat, tomorrow.
Appreciate y'all, man.
I'm locked in, closed on Sundays, man. I'm on that thing tomorrow, man. Right from the arena, baby.
Let's do it, man.
For sure.
Let's do it.
For sure.
Appreciate it.
All right, Pat. Thank you.
You like how I did that, Skip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have your own show, man.
I
know how I plugged in, Skip.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring Bo next week, maybe.
Ooh.
Nah, Bo don't do this.
He doesn't.
Bo
I
locked
know.
in.
He's
Bo
off social media right now.
Yeah,
He's
he
not
don't do
coming
this,
on this
but after
show.
You know what?
season-
He'll do this. He'll do it pretty soon.
Yeah,
You
he
think?
will.
Yeah,
He will.
I do.
We gonna be the first thing that when he do something.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the arena.
All right.
For sure.
Well, I did get Lieb's opinion on the Broncos. Obviously, we know his opinion. But I do want, what is your guys' opinion on the Broncos right now? Skip,
You wanna
do
go?
have a...
Yeah, I'll go.
Go.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they played great. They showed to me. I'm still torn, and I don't know if I'll have a chance to talk about them today, but between the Rams and the Broncos right now, I think those are the two best teams in the NFL. And
But
it's
you
a
did
toss-up. And
promise
I've been convinced with the Rams, but after that performance yesterday, I might put the Broncos slightly ahead of them, especially with some of the struggles the Rams are having on defense right now. They're doing a good job keeping points off the board, but that secondary
Corners, man.
getting exposed a little bit. So
Like this.
with that being said, the Broncos absolutely show that they are, in my opinion, Super Bowl favorites this year. And you didn't want to talk about the defense, but since Pat was just on, I will. It didn't start great. Green Bay scored on their first 5 possessions, and they had 3 field goals and 2 touchdowns. No, those 2 field goals to start the game were huge. To stop them and only force them to 3 points, that was huge. So your offense could catch back up. They can get points on the board and keep it close. Because 6-0 is a lot different than 14-0.
A lot different.
So that was a great job by them buckling down in the red zone, being bid, don't break. But after that, when they came out in the second half and Green Bay goes 3 for 71, I know they had the penalty, but then Jacob goes for that 40-yard touchdown, and then the offense goes 3 and out when they get the ball back, I thought they were in trouble. I really did. And my first thought was they need someone on defense, preferably the defensive player of the year or Bonito, or someone to get a sack fumble, make a big play, but someone has to step up. And superstars make superstar plays in big-time moments, and that's exactly what Pat did. And it was an unbelievable interception. He talked about Palm's coverage, meaning he's reading through number 2. As soon as he leaves, I lock on number 1. I know I'm locked up. He runs that post. He tries to beat him over the top. Watson is fast, too, and he gave him his credit, but that's a tough position to be in as a corner. You know this. For him to make up that speed, to lay out, that's a wide receiver catch. That's a wide receiver one type catch with those ball skills. It was unbelievable, but you saw what that did to the rest of the team.
Yeah.
How it sparks the offense.
By the way, real quick on
yeah.
that, Jordan Love said that he had a rusher in his face and he couldn't step into the throw the way he wanted to. I thought it was plenty of stuff, like it was there.
He underthrew it.
A little bit. He gave him a chance, but
was it catchable and touchdownable? Yes, it was.
99% of corners are knocking that down, maybe, or not even getting there. They're already beaten the first place where they can't make up that speed, but his length, his size, like Aqib can do, being able to get his hand on the football, great ball skills. That was a very impressive play. He's a takeaway corner.
Christian Watson's 6'4", but he ran 4'4", so he could.
Right.
And he was stride for stride and step. What's Pat, 6'2"?
Yep.
I mean, he's step for step with him. Yeah, which is a big time play.
But when the ball went up, it was just Pat's ball. You could just see it.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's my ball.
It's not even about the speed.
Yeah.
Like he said, we was in palms. That's cover 4.
Yeah.
As soon as we hear cover 4, what you're not gonna catch is this post.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Pat,
because that's what you want to hit.
He's so in tune. Cover 4.
If I
every
see
cover 4 beater, what you gonna throw?
I want a basic with a post on the outside.
It's
And
all
I know
kind
that
of
you're
cover
going to
4
be
beaters.
outside leverage, and I'm going to hit you over the top because there's no one else to help in the middle.
And as DBs, we know that too.
Yes.
And if I'm in cover 4, what can they roast me on? Post. That's what you can't catch. You know what I'm saying? Cover 3, what can they hit these seams? That's what you're not going to catch.
Yeah.
Because so we got to know what we got to take away too. So it don't matter what the speed is. Pat already knows. As soon as number 2 ain't come outside, he ain't catching no post. Go and catch a comeback, catch something down there.
Yeah.
But you're not catching this post, man. He still damn near got on top of Pat. You know what I'm saying? That show you how fast he is.
And the fact that they even tried Pat too, that's obviously saying, hey man, I'm going for it. But
I know, but that's their guy.
Yeah,
That's
I love
guy.
Jordan Love. Jordan's my guy. Same hometown. I've worked with him since high school. Great player. I'm rooting for the Packers. But even if he throws a perfect ball there, maybe he catches it, but I still think it's getting broken up. I still think it's a PBU because he's stride for stride with them in the way that he lays out. Now, talking about the defense, that sparked everything, that got everything going, but the MVP of this game was Bo Nix. Man, he has made big-time play after big-time play after big-time play, and you keep saying it, Aqib, and I'm fully bought in. You always talk about elevation. He elevates his game in these big-time moments when he needs to, and he just keeps doing it. He doesn't give a shit about the stats. Go ahead, raise your cup. Hey.
Cheers. I like your speech. Yeah, it's like a real speech. You just raise your
glass. I almost texted you yesterday to bring a Bo Nix jersey for you.
I'm not lifting my glass today.
But, yeah, Skip's pouring one out. Skip's pouring one out today for the Cowboys. But just big-time throws, man. The one to Bandy, practice squad guy. I'm going to step up, work left. I'm going to force that DB to attack me so then I know I can kick it out to my left. The one where he started right, then went all the way back left on the other side of the field with Humphrey working the scramble drill. He doesn't get enough credit for the type of athlete that he is. The ability to throw the ball on the run, not only to his right but to his left, away from his strength, is very impressive, man. He makes big-time throws rolling to his left. The throw on the out and up to Sutton, the fade to Sutton, you talked about it. But the 2 biggest plays for me in this game that stood out the most was the one where they're in 3-by-1, they motion Franklin over, and they get to a 2-by-2 look. They run a scissors concept, which is a post and a corner on the fly, which is a hell of a call by Peyton. You don't normally see that ran from a motion. It's normally a stationary play.
That's who ain't getting a lot of credit.
Peyton called a hell of a game. But they go, and then you see Valentine, who's the corner. He plays safety, so they go invert with a 2-high look. The mic is dropping because he has to cover the middle of the field. The anticipation and the trust you have to make to throw that football, to know that Mims is going to run the corner, he's going to freeze Valentine just for a second, which he does, and then you have to let it rip and throw a 2-ball right over that Mike linebacker, and before the safety can make a play with that timing and that trust to Franklin, who I know they had time at Oregon, but he's a young player, to make that throw in that moment. Also in the red zone, where you guys know everything, it's bang, bang down in the red zone. It's not out in the field where you have a lot of room to work. When you're in the red zone, everything happens quicker. That was a hell of a throw. That's high level stuff. The anticipatory throw and the timing and everything that was involved with that play. And then the other one, the ice in his veins was the fade route to Sutton on
4th and 3.
Yep.
4th and 2. You're sitting there. Everything as a play caller is telling me I'm working a crosser, maybe a swing, get a spot with the back out of the backfield. I'm going to try to put you in a bind.
The back was open.
Because I know you're playing man.
Something quick, yeah.
But get it out quick. Let's get a crosser. Let's put you in a bind. Let's go double crossers with the sit maybe. Get the arms going, get the arms moving. But instead he goes, you know what? I got one-on-one with my best receiver. That's an alert on the backside to the X. I'm locking in. I'm throwing that no matter what. And a lot of people would probably say 4th and 2, don't throw a go ball. Why are you throwing a fade? But he had the trust, threw a dime. I got to give him credit. And
what are you giving Bo Nix? What grade?
I'm giving Bo Nix an A+.
A+.
I'll say this. Criticism-wise, just a little bit. Some of those thrown back across his body, There was a couple times where the Packers could have got their hand on the football, forcing some of those
you
throws.
being critical at this
But
point.
I'm just
That's
saying,
quarterback
I don't want
talk.
those in the future to come back and bite him and allow them to get back in the game. Because there was one that Valentine could have got, trying to force a throw, throwing back across his body. Look, I'm nitpicking here. I've got
So,
a lot of
Cody, A+,
positives to
and
say.
you said they're
are.
the best team in the league right now.
I think they are.
They just took that spot for you.
I want to
I know
stick with
two
the
people
Rams,
who
but
said they was the best team in the league a while ago. One,
yeah, and two.
I know three. If TJ.
Wait, what
You know
happened
who
to
did it?
Tampa?
Skip
I thought
Bayless.
Tampa was the best.
Yeah, he said Tampa for the first 6 weeks. He was
yeah,
on the
because
Tampa
they
train.
look like it. And
He
then
was on the Tampa train.
it's a lot going on there. But Skip,
Yeah.
He said enough about that.
for what's
But-
going on with, there's formulas to win, even when you are falling behind. One of those is be great in the red zone.
Yeah.
4-4 in the red zone.
Yeah.
Packers 1-4. That's one thing. Play disciplined football. Broncos had less penalties than Green Bay.
Yep.
Take care of the football. Broncos had less turnovers than Green Bay, and make the plays you need to make when you need to make them. And y'all both just listed all of those plays. The 4th and 2 throw, the touchdown throw where he put it in the corner, Pat Surtain's pick, the timely sack at the end of the game. We are taught as defensive linemen, if you want to end a 2-minute drive, get a sack.
Get a sack.
2-minute sacks in drives. Even if it's on the first play, it just messes everything up. And they made all the necessary plays when they needed to make it. You go to the other side, to the other team, when Micah went down, because I've talked about this, the Packers had a top 10 defense. They were getting to the quarterback. That wasn't their issue. Their issue was getting pressure on the quarterback. They went from 20th all the way up to number 4 in the league. And that's the impact that Micah had. When he went out, everything goes. So, we could come up with all the excuses you're going to come up with, Skip, for a while.
Excuses?
The Packers.
No,
the
I'd like
Broncos
to hear
won,
some
but
facts on this show for
I didn't.
a couple of facts. I
I'd
don't
be dying
know.
to know
You
what
hear no
Skip's
facts
rebuttal
yet?
is. Let's hear
I know
it.
this.
Bo ain't had 4 touchdowns,
This
300.
is like a neon
Were
orange
they
show.
4-4 in the
happy
red zone?
talk.
What's
Or-
the QBR, though?
Yeah.
QBR was crazy, like an 85, 90 or some shit.
88.
Yeah, oh my
88.
God.
It was an 88?
That's
What
a
does this
fact.
man need to do?
That's a fact right there. We won by 10. I said we was going to
Somebody's got to bring a little objectivity to this discussion. All respect to you. You're having a magical year, a meant-to-be kind of year, although you just keep barely winning games, and you're 9th in point differential, which is weird. You're 12-2, but you're 9th in point differential. Think about that. Just let that compute for a second. That means you barely won some games, and you were in danger of losing this game until 2 things happened on the same play. Not only did Pat make a play of the year kind of play, as we just told Tim about, but he falls on Christian Watson, who has changed the way Green Bay plays offense. When he came back, he'd been out for much of the year, but when he came back, he can flat fly. He's Mossian in how at 6'4", he can, once he gets unwound, gets his legs going, he can run past most people except that person. And not only did Pat catch the ball, but he falls on top of him, and somehow, I thought he hurt his shoulder, it looked like to begin with, or collarbone or something, and then they said it was his chest, and they rushed him to the hospital, and now they say he's going to be okay. But he wasn't okay to play the rest of the game. So you lose as Jordan Love said after the game, he's been the driving force of our offense, and he's gone early in the second half on the same play. So the game just flips on his head. And then you're lucky again when a few minutes later, late in the third quarter, they lose their driving force on defense. So the 2 most important players, other than Jordan Love, the quarterback, but the most important player on offense other than Jordan is Christian Watson, and by far the most important player to their defense, just on their mindset and their confidence level, is obviously number 1, Micah Parsons, and he wrecks his knee and limps off, and he's gone. You don't think that took the heart out of Green Bay? And then, as spectacular as Bo Nix was, and I take nothing away from anything you guys have said, I counted 5 balls that Green Bay had its hands on. 5 throws. I got 5.
Yeah.
Where they had their hands
said
on
that,
football.
Skip. I said he was throwing across his body. I hear you.
And I'm like, there are a couple of outs where it's just right there. You just have to catch it. He's got a little Brett Favre Jr. going on in him because the the book on Brett, when you played him in the playoffs, and I was with all those Cowboy teams that played him, was he's going to throw you 3. You just have to catch him because they're going to come unexpectedly because there's a lot of this crazy, like wild body language and sidearm shortstop throws where you just got to be ready because it's going to come and it's going to come fast. You just have to catch it. And if they caught 2 of those, it changes the game. It was closer than the final score to me of 34-26. It just felt closer. As great as Bo was, he throws you the game. You just have to catch the game.
Got to catch it, huh?
Okay? All right? Well, you know and I know that is correct.
And
that's
also
what happened.
know as a DB, it's fucking hard to catch
a
ball that's not thrown to you.
I understand.
Especially when he throw that bitch 100 miles
I know,
an hour.
that is correct.
It's not as easy
that is
as
true.
you making this sound.
No, I'm not saying it's easy. You just got to be ready. But if you're that team that was a 2.5-point favorite at Denver, where if we'd had this discussion last Friday, if you'd been here Friday, you might have been saying, Green Bay's looking like the best team in football on Friday, and then that happened. You lose Christian Watson and you lose Micah in the third quarter, boom. And then Jordan Love. I know you love him and you watched him sort of grow
fair
up.
game. Go for it, Skip.
But Jordan Love, you got to step into more throws. They rush the passer like nobody rushes the passer, and they're going to pressure you like nobody pressures the passer. You're just going to feel the heat constantly. But the whole game, he's just throwing it fall away. It's just back foot, fall away, back foot, fall away, back foot. Step in, have some guts and some courage. Just say, I'm going to take the hit and I'm going to deliver and I'm going to show my receivers they're going to get the football on time. And he was throwing like puff balls, like floaters, back foot. Wow, because they're all coming. I know they're coming. And you start seeing ghosts, you start seeing shadows, but that's what they do to you. I got it.
To your point, Skip, we done faced 4 of the top 10 defenses in the league. That's not including Philly. When we played them, they probably was a top 10 defense then. They not right now. So we done played 5 of the top 10 scoring defenses in the league. So we playing against all the best defenses in the league, Skip.
Okay.
So
and he's still doing a great
we finding ways to whoop their ass in these fourth quarters. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably why the scores are like so close.
Were you not a little lucky that they lost Christian Watson and Micah Parsons in the third quarter? Were you not a little lucky?
I don't do the lucky in football.
Okay, well, I'm just saying. Sometimes you're
it's
blessed.
Football,
Sometimes
those injuries happen. If nitpicking too, I'm not saying they're to that quality, but J.K. Dobbins is out, so now they're with R.J. Harvey and Coughlin. They're playing. Their run game's not the same.
I don't know that rookie
right guard out.
He looks pretty good.
Linemen out. There's injuries happen, Skip, and now it's terrible what happened to Watson. It's terrible what happened to Mike. I hate to see that, but that's part of football. I mean, we saw it yesterday. Devontae Adams has a hamstring.
Yeah.
Mahomes, ACL. Hate to see that. It's part of the game. You can't sit there and say, all right, they got hurt now. Let's just ease off a little bit. We're going to get lucky.
You
still have to execute.
About 12 and 2.
For all the bad throws, even for all, you say the bad throws, what about all the throws where Bo is throwing people open? Yeah. That's what people don't understand.
Oh,
the difference in
I agree.
college and the NFL.
Yeah.
You have to throw people open. That window in college, that y'all see that wide open, it's like this in the league. So you have to put the ball to where if the coverage is like this, you got to put the ball over here. You got to know when to put it here. Cody been talking about it. Certain coverages, certain looks, you got to put the ball over here. You might have to he's throwing people open. Yeah. So he might have these ones where it's like, oh, hit his hand or whatever. But what about the other 15 where he's putting the ball where only his guy can get it? And that's the difference in what Bo is doing versus a lot of people.
As sports fans, we're the most critical people of all time because 3 weeks ago, Bo Nix deleted his social media, and now majority of the chat says he gets an A. Incredible quarterback. It is a new day every day, and you've been saying all along, Bo Nix is that guy. But we do need to get to the other side of the ball, and Skip Bayless's favorite player of all time, unfortunately. Micah Parsons did tear his ACL.